Hello everyone, I am Laura Keeney and this is my research proposal for University of Florida's Graduate Capstone project. Currently, I am living and teaching in Seoul, South Korea, and I plan to complete my project here. I consider myself a student, teacher, artist, and global nomad, and the following proposal includes all of these of myself. The title of my project is Where Are You From? Art Education for Third Culture Kids, and revolves around the topic of a collaborative curriculum for third culture kids in international schools. The main ideas within my project include developing a curriculum focused on students in international schools. In the world of globalization, more and more people are becoming globally mobile. Defined boundaries are beginning to blur, and studies show that the amount of third culture kids is expanding rapidly. This study will explore connections between art education and the intricacies of students who grow up overseas. With more and more third culture kids, educators to begin exploring and addressing the needs of third culture kids as they grow and navigate through this ever-changing world. In order to guide my research, I created the following research questions. First, what are 5 major recurring themes within third culture kid research and artist studies that pose as issues for third culture kids? Number 2, how to structure an art curriculum around the discovered themes? And last, how can a web platform be integrated to promote collaboration and create a digital space for third culture kids? Throughout my literature review, I found 3 important points that drive my research. First, in researching third culture kids, I found that most of the studies and interviews echo certain themes related to growing up as a third culture kid. All of these revolve around the notion that third culture kids do not understand that they are part of a culture, even if it isn't the one they were raised or the culture of their parents. Then I thought, how are major educational initiatives dealing with this issue? And I found another interesting point. Major educational initiatives tend to do one of 2 things, or both. They tend to either emphasize strengths of third culture kids, like emphasizing worldview, ability to be flexible and mobile, understanding other cultures, which, through TCK research, these students already have. Also, many initiatives were written for the education of a dominant culture, educating a dominant culture to be more multicultural, more understanding, and so forth, instead of focusing on how third culture kids are different and navigating through these differences. Art education, however, shows some significant promise with its research in culture and identity development through the arts. In order to research this further and answer my research questions, I am going to use qualitative research in grounded theory, identifying themes, and curriculum design. Grounded theory is based on the idea that theories emerge from research, where the theory is discovered, so to speak, rather than proven or disproven. I will discover emerging themes within third culture kid and artist research and then create a curriculum based on the curriculum book by Stewart and Walker. My research will be concentrated in finding links within 3 research fields: third culture kids, art education, and arts. Sources of my research include books, journal articles, exhibition critiques, artist professional websites, artist questionnaires, recently published dissertations, online articles, websites, and possibly other online and print media. For the artist questionnaire, I plan to contact artists and have them answer specific questions about motivations and meanings of a specific work that I plan to use in my curriculum units. For this, I will need an IRB. Once I have completed my data collection, I will analyze data according to Cresswell's 6-step process, emphasizing on building and identifying themes, which is step 3 in the process. Once I have a set of 5 themes that I have discovered within my research, I will use those themes as a foundation to build a curriculum based on Stewart and Walker's steps to curriculum development. What's next for me after this class is complete? In the coming weeks, I look forward to preparing for my proposal presentation with Dr. Rowland and Dr. Dela Cruz, who I have chosen to serve as my committee. Then, before I can begin data collection, I need to send off for IRB approval. In the fall semester, I will take my independent study with Dr. Rowland and begin collecting articles and contacting artists for my project. Here is one of my own artworks that explores the very ideas of culture, boundaries, relationships, and the nomadic lifestyle. I would like to thank everyone in this class for their encouragement, hard questions at times, and for their support in building this proposal. Thank you, Rebecca, for proofreading my work, and thank you, Dr. Tillander, for all of those Skype conversations to keep my head on straight. Feel free to visit my website that has a page dedicated to the start of my research. Thanks, everyone, for a great class, and I look forward to seeing what you have.